talk about Grant Hill. And the reason I'm asking about Grant Hill is because many forget that at one time Grant Hill was one of the best players in the game and has compiled up a lot of numbers. And he's also in the process now of putting up numbers. And with that being said, do you guys consider Grant Hill to be a Hall of Famer? Now, remember, this includes his entire career, entire basketball career, pros, college, and, the like. So I'll start it off with you, PJ. What's your thoughts on one Grant Hill?
That's a tough one, man. Why are you going to come to me first, man? I got to...
HOF for FOH is supposed to be tough. I can't just give you a guarantee. I can't just give you Kobe. So I'm going to give you somebody on the borderline, though. Grant Hill, what do you think?
Right now, I'm gonna say no right now. I'm gonna say no, man. Me and Jalen Rose, we say no. Me and Jalen got him at no. I mean, what you about to say?
No, I'm just laughing because I see you fighting with your answer.
Because Grant Hill, man. Like, the thing about him, I think, has been mainly the injuries though throughout his career. I mean, now he's on noni juice, so he's like playing like he's 22 years old, but. I mean, the thing it's been hard, but when he had been healthy, you would see, like short spurts of brilliance almost. Like, he was supposed to be
absolutely
Jordan at one point. But I'll throw it over to y'all, man. I'm still puzzled, but for now I'm gonna say no.
Still puzzled. let's get Dr. Bayon. He's a doctor of basketball. So let's see, Dr. Bayon, what's your thoughts?
All right, now let's see. All right, his career stat: 14 seasons, averaged 19.7 rebounds, 5 assists. But, his middle name is Henry, so he's like Grant Henry Hill.
Ooh.
That's kind of interesting.
Grant Henry Hill.
So you got him at 19?
No.
I got him at
Grant Henry Hill.
17.5.
Yeah, that's what I got him. I got him at 17.5.
I got him at 17.5.
You got him at 17.5? Where I was looking, they had him at...
Including high school.
It's 17.5 and 6.3 per game.
Well, here,
rebound?
Basketball Database,
What's it?
you know what? I think where I'm looking at is not counting this year. I'm looking at up to 09-10. It has them at 18.5. So y'all probably looking at this year.
I don't know.
What do you say about Hendry?
If it wasn't for this year, it might be low.
I know, right?
Yeah, well, the Basketball Database might, they must not have their stuff together. But what I was saying is when it says similar players by career, this who comes up in Basketball Database. We have Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Kevin Johnson, Mickey Johnson, Sidney Moncrief, Dan Issel, who's in the Hall of Fame, Mark Aguirre, Rick Barry, who's in the Hall of Fame, Rolando Blackman.
Orlando Blackman. I thought Kill was talking about Rutgers players. I was maybe joking around with Rutgers.
Hold up. James Worthy, who's in the Hall of Fame. Andre
James Williams.
James Worthy. And then it has Hall of Fame monitor. The Basketball Database says he's likely a Hall of Famer. But I say he is not a Hall of Famer. I say no.
Even including his college career?
Even including his college career, I say no.
Wow. Wow. That's shocking. Austin,
we getting our Jalen Rose on. We getting our Jalen Rose on over here.
Austin, what's your thought?
This is a tough one for me because, first of all, I hate Duke. Never win another game as long as they exist. I don't particularly like Grant Hill because he's a nice guy, and Now, moving beyond that, when I look at the numbers for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of his seasons, he was what I would consider a dominant player. And so when you count that and you consider what he can do or could do on both, I guess I can't say can do because he's proven it now at the age of 105 that he can still ball. And he had a 40-point game this year, or 39. I think that he's dominant enough to warrant the Hall of Fame, and really what does it for me is his collegiate career. When you account for what his body of work in the league, and then you look at his collegiate career, I think he's a Hall of Famer, and that's me being objective because I'm not a fan, and I hate Duke. Because I hate Duke.
No, I appreciate that. The fact that you're able to separate that.
He's a Hall of Famer, man.
Yeah. Now, before we get to Dev, I'm gonna give my opinion because Dev might let him in just based on a letter, because Dev liked that letter he wrote back to Jalen, so he may put him in the Hall of Fame based, or at least put the letter in the Hall of Fame. Put the letter in the Hall of Fame. I went back and forth over this. I thought no because of the injuries, but then, I may let him in based upon what he did in his college career, and sort of like what Austin said, he had enough seasons where he was dominant, and who knows how long he'll play now. I watched him play, the night before last against Kobe. And dude actually plays some of the best defense on Kobe I've seen in years. Like he plays both ends of the floor, and most players can't say that. And like who knows when he'll finish, but he'll compile a number of stats that I think will put him in the Hall of Fame.
Just to interject real quick, if you notice, dude at 40 years old straps up.
Exactly.
Like he straps up. I mean, Kobe's still Kobe. He's going to get 40 on him. But you got to look at how hard Kobe has to work to get 40, and not look at the fact he's going to get 40.
Exactly. See, most lemmings won't get that. Most lemmings will look at the numbers and be like, "Damn!" But if you watch the game and watch how hard he had to work, that makes a huge. That's the reason the game went to 3 overtimes. I mean, if it's not for him strapping up like that, they would have lost by you know what I mean? And plus, he hit the clutch 3. He's still balling right now. So I would say personally yes. So now we got 2-2, and the last vote is to Mr. McMillan.
All right, now. All right, see, I'm going to try to be as objective as I can be. I'm actually a Grant fan. At the same time, when we talk about Hall of Fame, I know it's supposed to be included in there, but I don't really give a damn what these dudes did in college, because I don't watch college ball until the tournament. So,
hey, he put in work in the tournament too, Dad.
I know,
he put in work in the tournament. With
that being said, and I'm, both sides make a great argument. Y'all swaying me in both directions. I'm being tugged right now. This man was on pace to be a surefire, no doubt about it, lock for the Hall of Fame, but he was derailed by those ankle injuries. I mean, I don't know if y'all remember, but when he came in, he was a walking triple-double. He and the guy that he got co-rookie of the year with, him and Jason Kidd, they were a triple-double waiting to happen every night. Now, his NBA accounts, because of the ankle injuries, he missed a lot of good years of basketball. And correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure if Grant Hill's ever been out of the first round of the playoffs until last year. I could be wrong. Somebody looked at that.
You're correct.
So,
you're right.
I blame T-Mac for that. I blame T-Mac for that.
And then you remember there was a time
when with Detroit, too.
He was also the most popular player in the league because he used to get the lead. He was the lead vote getter for the All-Star game for a lot of years straight. That said, I think I'm gonna have to give Grant a slight FOH. I want to put him into the Hall, but I don't.
What about the letter?
I don't think I can put him into the Hall, man. I'll put the letter in the Hall. I'll bronze the letter and put that up in the Hall next to Bill Russell's bust.
Oh well, that's a close vote right there. We got 3-2.
So
we got 3-2.
It's close. It's a split decision. It's not like it's a split decision because I'm right on the line, yeah.
Y'all Hall of Famers, would y'all have put him in the Hall of Fame before this year? So say this past summer, would y'all still have put him in, or did this year kind of solidify it for you?
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Doing these HOFs or FOH is sometimes difficult for me because I have a tendency to compare him to people that are already in the Hall. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, if they let him in, then he got to be in. And I understand that, but I think they should scrap the whole Hall of Fame and start it over. But with that being said, I think that the longer he plays, and the more I see him contribute, that does change my mind. Because probably before this year, PJ, you're probably right. I probably would have said no. But watching the way he defends now at 40 years old, he's they're talking about him being first team all defense this season.
And Jimmy,
major.
I give you this though. He better than Joe Dumars. Go ahead, move on.
Absolutely. And that's the problem I have.
Yeah.
If you let Joe Dumars in the Hall of Fame,
and I voted, and I put Joe in the Hall, and I'll go ahead on record and say Grant Hill is way better than Joe Dumars.
Iggy better than Joe Dumars.
So
Jimmer better than Joe Dumars.
Hey, yo, my last thing is actually looking at his stats a little deeper. He had 5 dominant years, like basically year 2 until he got injured. And then after that, he had a bunch of, 15, 16, 13, and, 12-point seasons. That's why I kind of,
the 16-point seasons. Let me say this about Orlando because, again, I'm going to go to something that Dev always says all the time. We got to look beyond the numbers, and I think that we're very good at doing that. When he was in Orlando, which were the worst years of his career, he would come back off of surgeries, and he would still have games where he got 33 and 35 and 28 in a game, and they were games where he went to the line 10,
then he
12, 13 times. Wait, hold on. Games where he went to the line 10, 12, 13 times. Why? What does that mean? Whoever is guarding you cannot stop you. Dude was still nice even during those times.
Yeah, but Steven Jackson does that. Steven Jackson does that.
But listen, in Orlando,
but Steven Jackson won't defend any of us either. He don't play both sides of the floor.
Listen, in Orlando, he played 4 games his first year, 14 his second year, 29. Then he played 67. Then he played 21. And then his last, he went back up to 65. So, his Orlando career is basically a wash.
It's a wash.
I think, personally, I think he was trying to wait for T-Mac to leave. He was trying to get away from T-Mac. But, we got the homie Jano coming along. We're about to take his call. But one thing I do want to say is you can't discount what this man did in college, too. He put in work in college. I know Dev said FOH with that, but you got to take that into account. Let's hear what Jay has to say. Jay.
Yo.
What up,
What's up, homie?
What it do?
What's good?
Grant Hill.
I'm listening to your argument about Grant Hill right now. Can I get in my input on this?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
All right, real quick, man. Dude, to me, I'm a fan. I was a fan of his whenever he didn't play North Carolina. Whenever he played against North Carolina, I wasn't a fan. But the dude's like B said, he's a good dude, man. He one of the rare good guys in the sport. You know what I mean? But pretty much I don't think he should be in the Hall of Fame because you know what? He had too many years out sitting on the bench. I mean, we wouldn't be able to know right now if that number would have been consistent throughout the years, if he would have been burnt out by now. The only reason he good right now is because all that time off, you know what I'm saying? He ain't burned himself out. That's the only reason why the man's still balling like he's 21 right now. Because if you look at it, all the years he missed, he's like, 25 in basketball years? So he could go.
Oh, and he didn't mess with the jump-offs, Jay. Word has it, he didn't mess with the jump-offs.
Yeah, we don't know, man. We don't know.
He didn't mess with the Myers. Let me ask you a question though, Jay. Right now, in his career, he's 38, 39 years old. Dude has a 40-point game. He's putting up like 14 a game, and he's about to make first team all defense, or at least second team all defense. You got to weigh that in.
You got to, but here's the thing though, right?
Putting a lot of weight on 1 year.
I think the dude doing great.
Yeah,
I look at him play right now, watch his games. He's doing his thing. He's balling hard. But what I'm saying is that it's kind of hard to base a Hall of Fame career on a few good years. You feel me? The rest of his years, he was on the bench sitting, you know what I'm saying, hurt up. So we don't know. It's like y'all was saying about my boy Tim. You know, the unlocked potential, Mr. Lazy Ass. I mean, that's my dude, you know what I mean? But real talk, everybody says it about him. The dude, 6'11", dude got a hell of a jump shot. You know what I mean? But the dude was lazy. Who knows where he could have been if he would have played to his potential? It's the same with Grant Hill. How we know what he would have been good at or whatever if he only was like, maybe 4 years out of the whole time in the league?
Well, real quick, Jay.
5 years?
Real quick, because we got to move on real quick. But what I say, the difference between that is that Grant he's one of the all-time. He has triple doubles for days. Like he's done it. I mean, Grant Hill was dominant for about 5 years. Like we can't say that for a lot of players. Even players that we consider to be great players were not dominant for a 5-year stretch. He was putting up triple doubles, going to All-Star games. I mean, he's done it.
But Jay,
I would like to see him hit. I'm gonna be real. I would like to see I would like to see him hit the Hall of Fame because he's a good dude, and I think he deserves it because of the type of caliber of a person that he is. But I don't think that he would make it just because of that reason that he hasn't been there all the years he's been in the league straight through. I think that's what's going to hurt him in the long run.
All right, good looking, JJ. Listen up for the show. We're gonna talk some more hoops. We gotta move on.
No, I'm gonna stay on. I got Charles speaker. I'm gonna stay on.
No doubt. All right, Jay.
All right, Jay.
We had another one on the line. Look like they.
I think they just banged. But anyway,
240. Call back if you got it.
Yeah, 240. Call back in if you want to debate this. But this is like you said, a split decision. This was a very, very close one. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. We may have to revisit this if Grant plays a couple more years and produces.
Yeah, we did.
Hey, yo, I got him as a third ballot. I got him as like a third or fourth ballot Hall of Famer, not first.
I mean, that means you still call him a Hall of Famer, though. We didn't say HOF first
when
ballot.
he had to go.
We didn't say HOF first ballot, you know what I mean?
Still got him as a HOF 5.
Yeah, HOF 5.
Let's
Wait, it's the war room with 5 nights at the round table, 5 Philly guys diversified and educated.